I am so fed up with this regime. So fed up. I am very fed up. I think promising Nairobi children a chapati is simplistic for me. Hata kakoti ni kama alitumana kaletwe kale kalikuwa kwa kwa buti ya gari.
Martha Githunguri, thank you so much for allowing us to have this conversation with you.
Karibuni sana hapa Githunguri.
Yes. You were recently awarded the best performing MP in the country. What are some of the projects that you've been working on and you're proud of today?
Oh, I am a mother who campaigned on the platform of being a mother. And therefore, I had pledged to my learning community that I'm going to make sure that I subsidize the lunch for our learners in public schools. And that is what I've done. I've done a central kitchen that accommodates cooking for about 25,000 children. Currently, we are feeding 22,000 children. So watoto wote wa Githunguri wa public primary school. 22,000 children are eating every single day of school. And they're eating very good portions. They're eating very good balanced diet. And the reason why I did that is because I'm a child of Githunguri. I'm a daughter of Githunguri. So I went through school in Githunguri. And I come from coffee zone. And most of the children who come from tea zone and coffee zone, we assume because we own coffee and tea, we have enough to eat. But we have so many workers who work for us. And those workers don't have tea bushes or coffee bushes. So they live within us, but they are poor. And they are the majority in our schools, in our public schools. Yeah.
The president recently promised school-going kids within Nairobi County that they're going to be getting chapatis. What are your thoughts of that, and is it a sustainable project?
I think we have a president who is a populist. And unfortunately, his populism, politics, is not auguring very well with him. Because we knew him to be a president who had a manifesto that was issue-based. He has abandoned the issue-based manifesto. He has become a populist. And all he's doing is just promising popular projects, and he knows very well he cannot be able to implement it. I think promising Nairobi children a chapati is simplistic for me. I looked at it and I saw a person who is somehow pushed at the corner. He's just looking for something to make people excited as a politician. But he knows he can't implement. He knows he can't do it. If my president cannot feed the military for lunch, what capacity does he have to feed the children of Nairobi? If he cannot feed his own military, and he's a chief commander-in-chief, he cannot feed the people we expect him to feed. How do we trust him with our children? So I think it was just populism. He's not going to do anything. And even if he does it anyway, he's doing it on the basis of what the county government of Nairobi is doing. Yeah. And the president needs to be called out for what he has become. A very simplistic person. He has actually abandoned his manifesto. He used to talk about pesa mfukoni. Give me the money. I will pay for my child's chapati. Now that you're going to give the children of Nairobi chapati, what are you going to do with the children of Githunguri? Are they not Kenyans? Paying taxes like the children of Nairobi? The president has just become a regionalism politician. He has just realized that Kenyans are somehow one. We are no longer dealing with tribalism. Yeye mwenyewe ndiye aliua tribalism. Akaleta kitu inaitwa class system. He brought class system. The hustlers versus the dynasty, if you remember.
Yes.
So he crumbled tribalism. He has just realized his class system has not helped him politically. So to run away from his mess of the dynasties versus hustler, he's trying to bring something called regionalism. He's trying to go to a certain region, appeal to that region politically.
Being a member of the UDA party, how does that make you feel when your president here, does not deliver all these promises that he makes?
He makes me interpret to him that he was a con. He really didn't mean what he said. He was not a true man that I saw, that I believed in. And the whole campaign was a con game. He conned us. Yeah. I think I want to tell Kenyans never to believe what William Ruto says any other time. Never believe William Ruto because he's an orator who does not assimilate what he says. And William Ruto, the first thing he did is to con the women of Kenya. How? He had promised during that meeting he's going to give us free sanitary towels. He didn't give us. He's going to give us free diapers for lactating mothers. He didn't deliver. He's going to give us 50% in his government. He did not deliver. And last but not least, he wrote an executive order. The first executive order William Ruto did in State House when he was elected and sworn in was to con the women of Kenya. By committing himself that he's going to make sure that Parliament nominates women to fill up the gap that was there, so that the Supreme Court does not activate the ruling that was there for the 12th Parliament. He did that because he wanted to con the women of Kenya. I'm with you. Whatever I promise, I will give you. Let me ask you, 2 years down the line, has that executive order been implemented?
Not yet.
Not yet. So to me, I don't believe in what William Ruto says anymore in terms of our development. Yeah.
And moving on, we've seen politicians change once they get access to power. Would you say that politics has changed you, or you've changed it?
No, nothing has changed in me. Yes. The Gathoni people used to know when I was fighting for the IDPs in 2007, 2008. The Gathoni who was summoned in State House during Kibaki's regime, thrice, 3 times. The Gathoni who was summoned by security agents in the year 2006 for fighting against displacement of our people in the Rift Valley. And Osupukia, if you remember. And Osupukia people can tell you, the Narok people can tell you what I did. Kabitrokana people in Naivasha can tell you what I did. The Gathoni who fought the regimes of Moi, briefly in 1999, Moi gave an executive order that the station I was working for should be shut down because of what I was saying. He actually even forced me to speak in Kiswahili in a Kikuyu radio station for 1 month. Hii ni mitabo ya 101.1 FM, mitabedi. I was struggling with Kiswahili.
I can imagine.
Because Moi had ordered that girl should stop speaking in Kikuyu because she's instigating and she's inciting her tribesmen. That Gathoni, who fought regimes for human rights and social justice, is the same Gathoni today. For me, politics has not changed me. In fact, it has empowered me. You know why? Because it has given me a platform. When I call out William Ruto's regime for asking my elderly parents in Githunguri to register for social assistance program and pay 100 shillings, for heaven's sake, how do you harvest money from the most vulnerable people of the society?
And what do you think of the alliance between President William Ruto and Honorable Raila Odinga?
Those are 2 old men trying to get married. And you know, 2 old men getting married, surely there is no baby coming out of it, unfortunately. Kenya's problems put in one basket. Raila and Ruto in one basket. Those are our 2 problems put together. But I'm so happy they are together.
Why?
Because we are going to push them out of government like a blink of an eye in 2027. I am so happy. By the way, if there is a duo that we are not going to struggle to remove, it is Ruto and Raila. Tunaona hata Raila kimeumana. Anaenda Mathare, vijana wanamwambia hapana mzee. Kwa nini hakuescort Ruto Nairobi yote, ampeleke constituency zote, pahali yako na ODM MPs, alienda tu Mathare. Kwa nini hakuenda Kibera? Kwa nini hakuenda Embakasi?
You tell me.
Why? It is because the ground is mad at Raila. And we are happy, me I'm happy. Wacha wajikarange na mafuta yao. 2027 tunafagia hao wote waende nyumbani. Hata Raila akitoka saa hii aanze kusema Ruto ni mbaya, hatutamwamini. Raila strongholds have already started revolting. Kule bunge kuna wabunge ambao ni wababa ambao hataki kumsikia. Tuko na wao. Huku waona KICC.
They appeared to be very uncomfortable.
Yes, and even some of them wenye walikuwa nasoma hizo vitu walikuwa nasoma, ulikuwa naona ni kama tu hata kakoti ni kama alitumana kaletwe kale kalikuwa kwa kwa buti ya gari. Kwa hivyo we know. And plus also you should read the writings on the wall. KICC uliona nani wa UDA MP? Uliona nani? Hata kuna gavana mwingine niliona hapo alikuwa ameketi na kabag. Wakati aliona hakuna MPs wa Central hapo, akachukua kabagi yake, akasneak out. I'm sure you saw her. Yeah. Why were there not the same MPs who have been screaming here telling us, oh, Ruto is good, oh, Ruto. Where were they not there? Where was Akina Kawanjiko? Akina Wamashukuru, where were they? Why didn't they go to KICC? Where was Wamuratha not in KICC? You should read the writings on the wall. Yeah.
And Uhesh, you were pushed out of the chairmanship for the Constitution Oversight Committee in Parliament. What really happened?
I knew it would happen. I was expecting it because, you know, I've been a very vocal MP and I refuse to endorse and to conform on some of the expectations that they had over me. One, I refused to pass Finance Bill 2023 and 2024 because definitely it was scandalous, it was oppressive, it was irregular, and it was unconstitutional. I was the chair of the Constitutional Oversight Implementation Committee. As the chair who understands Katiba, I cannot endorse and go and vote for affirmatively for a bill I know is unconstitutional. So I called them out and I told them this bill is unconstitutional.
Something that Kenyans were actually against.
And even majority of the Kenyans didn't want it. But for me, as the chairman of the committee that oversees the implementation of the Constitution, I couldn't endorse a bill that I know is out of the constitutional order. So I knew they were not happy with me. They had to push me out because I was talking issues that they didn't want me to handle. Yeah. And even if they push me out anyway, I will still have to speak because this is Gathoni. And I believe in the rule of law. I believe in social justice.
And as we wind up, there's a little bit of discouragement online from Gen Zs. You know, they're not sure where to take a stand. They've been trying since the mandam.
Gen Zs are just fighting amongst themselves, and that really depresses me. I see the way they fight amongst themselves. They actually don't know where they are going. And you know what I keep telling, and I have a Gen Z in my house, I keep telling them, you can't be fighting each other because so-and-so said she wants to become an MP, so you start bashing her. You can't be fighting so-and-so because he's joined a certain political party and start bashing him. Oh, he has betrayed us. Where did you want him to go? Because you said you are leaderless.
Fair question.
You said you are not political. You just want transparency and accountability. Are you going to get transparency and accountability from the air? No. You have to peg yourself somewhere. Hata buzi ikikula nyasi lazima ifungwe kwa kamuti. You have to peg yourself somewhere for you to be able to press for what you want. So it cannot be that these girls and boys are just typing on social media, but they don't mobilize themselves into a political party. They don't want any one of them to join a political party. They don't want anybody to declare that they want to become senators, governors, women rep, MPs or whatsoever. Mmoja akitoka hivi Morara anagongwa. Kale kangine kanaitwa sijui Makuore, that one kanagongwa. Kale kengine kanaitwa Wajira kanagongwa. So what do you want to become? How do you want to achieve when you have no leaders? Number two, there is no army battalion that ever went to fight without a general. You are an army battalion that has no general and you're going nowhere. So I'm appealing to these young men and boys and girls to follow us. Come to me and tell me you want mentorship for me to help you where to go, how to peg yourself politically so that you can be able to press for accountability. If I was not a member of parliament, would anybody know what I say? How would they know? Politics gives you a platform. It gives you a platform to speak. So if you really want to press for accountability or transparency, get yourself involved in a political process. We must be decisive that Kenya needs no turncoats. The turncoats that have survived in this country politically are the reason why we are here today. We cannot manufacture even a toothpick. We cannot even manufacture even a toothbrush. You know, basic things that we cannot even do, we should do in our what do you call it? Backyard cottages. We cannot even make tomato sauce, yet we farm tomatoes. We cannot make a pineapple juice, yet they farm pineapples. We cannot even make the basic, even these acrylics. Every woman has acrylics. We can't make them.
It's all Chinese.
Look at this here. We can't make this. Who are we? What are we? And where are we going? And for how long are we going to take these boys into planes and the railways and take them to Qatar? For how long? Na Qatar ikiwa saturated, what will you do? For how long are you going to take them to other countries to work for them? Why are we paying capitation money to our for our children's education only to transport them to go and build another country? Are we not doing our maths to see it's like tunaweka begu pahali instead of inaoza. So for us to be able to move, the young people must decide to elect young leaders. Whether I'm there or not, let the young people elect young people to be the leaders of this country, and things will change.